So start recording button. All right, welcome everybody to the Affiliate Summit webinar, Advanced Affiliate Recruitment Tactics That Work. Thank you for joining us today. As a thank you, Affiliate Summit would like to offer you a 10% discount code to Affiliate Summit West 2012. And on the screen in front of you, you can see the current past prices for Affiliate Summit West. You can always go to affiliatesummit.com for the latest past information and to register. Also, in addition to that, we would like to encourage everybody to join our Race to Affiliate Summit, which is a daily mile challenge where Affiliate Summit is going to donate $1 for every mile walked, cycled, ran, swam, basically any type of exercise that you can do. If you log in and you register for our daily mile challenge, then we will donate $1 for every mile that you enter into the system to the Avon Walk for Breast Cancer in support of Affiliate Marketers Give Back. And they're going to donate up to $5,000. You can see, I think the status is like around $1,700 currently, so it's doing really, really well. You can see the link on the screen in front of you. In addition to that, we have been doing Affiliate Summit webinars once a week. We try to do them once a week leading up to our shows, and you can find the past webinars videos at affiliatesummit.com/webinars, and also a list of all future webinars. We actually are looking for 4 more host for our webinars that are within the next couple of weeks leading up to the show. So if anybody is interested in presenting on a topic, please contact me. I will be sending you out an email after this webinar is over with the 10% discount code as well as the link to this recorded webinar. That's right, I am recording this webinar and we will be posting it on YouTube as well as the Affiliate Summit blog, so don't worry if you miss anything, you can't write your notes fast enough, you can always watch it later. In addition to that, please tweet about this webinar. If you find any information you want to tell the world about, please tweet with the hashtag #AffSomeWebinar. And with that, I'm going to pass this over to the wonderful Mike Nunez and John Nunez of AffiliateManager.com, who will let you know what they're about and get us into the advanced affiliate recruitment tactics that work. There you go, Mike. Take at it.
All right. Can everybody see my screen okay? Can you see that, Mary?
Not yet.
All right. Let me know when it's up. While we're waiting.
There you go.
Yeah, you see it? Great.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much, Mary. Hi, everybody. It's great to talk to you. This is Advanced Affiliate Recruitment Techniques, and so I'm sure you're going to have questions as we go along. Go ahead and send them in under the chat for the GoToMeeting, and the wonderful Chancel over here will record those questions, and we'll get to as many of them as we can towards the end. We have a pretty jam-packed presentation for you, so I'm going to head right into it. Also remember to go ahead and feel free to tweet about this as we go along. I think Mary just provided the hashtag that was used, AffSomeWebinar.
Just to give you guys a little bit of background about me and Michael. Michael's been in affiliate marketing since 1999. Me, John, I've been in affiliate marketing since about 2002. AffiliateManager.com is an outsourced program management agency, and we manage the programs for a wide variety of different clients.
All right, great. So that's who we are. This is a quick overview of what we're going to do. Basically, the do's and don'ts of recruiting, best practices and resources, recruitment tools, and then we'll have a good question and answer. So,
John, I'm just going to...
You're seeing the...
Can you hear me? I'm just going to pipe in. Somebody said you were too quiet, so if you could just try to speak a little bit louder, that would be great.
I think that's the first time anybody said that John's too quiet.
Not John. I'm sorry, Mike. Mike.
Oh, okay. Now that I believe. That I believe. Okay, great. I'll be happy to speak up, and let me know if that's feel
perfect.
Free to pipe in again and let me know if that's not better. So you should be seeing the do's and don'ts screen. So first thing, whenever you're going to recruit affiliates, I do got to say, make sure that it's relevant. No affiliate wants to get contacted to join a program that they don't have a site for. And eventually what will happen is they will tune you out and no longer accept your recruitment requests. Also, I would say check out the prospect sites prior to speaking with them, prior to trying to recruit them. You want to know everything you can about that site. Have specific locations where you feel that your program would fit in, and other relevant information so that they know that you're not just sending out blasts and that they're just like everybody else to you. Okay, you want to have relevant information to them. I will always say reach out via email first. Nobody likes to get cold called right out of the blue, so always have a warm-up email, and preferably to the address at the site for which you are recruiting. Have a process is the fourth one I have here, is follow up if there's no response from the initial inquiry. And basically what I mean by that is if you don't get an answer immediately after the first week, give it some time and then have a follow-up. Always know that affiliates are busy too, so sometimes emails fall through the cracks, and they have other things to do, so a reminder is okay as long as there's some time between it.
Yeah, just to expand a little bit on recruiting relevant affiliate sites, if you want to take it a step further and identify which prospects are the highest priority for you, you can actually use several tools that allow you to take screenshots of an affiliate site. You could then take that screenshot, place one of your creatives on there, and send them an example of how you envision working together. That typically converts very well. Also, to expand on the reaching out via email first, a lot of times when I give an affiliate a call, I bring up that I have sent them an email in the past, and then they go and they actually search for the email in their inbox, and they end up finding it. And that sort of just eases us right into the conversation, because then they have relevant information already in front of them. We could expand on that.
Great, that's great. On the don't side, don't limit your recruiting to only within one network. Yes, affiliates are usually joined to every single network, but you want to expand. Your competitor may not be on the network that you are on, so you want to be able to reach beyond your current network and look for people on other networks as well to fully optimize your reach. Okay? We're going to move on to some specifics here. One thing that I see falling through the cracks the most is almost every program should absolutely have an affiliate program page on the main website. Here we're using one of our current clients, Crazy for Bargains, as an example, and they have an affiliate page, and it's crazyforbargains.com/affiliate.html. As you can see, the title tag and the descriptions have been optimized for
I can't
natural
see
search.
the slide you're speaking about. There we go.
Okay. Is it up?
Yes, it is.
Yep. All right, great. So as you can see here on the bottom right of the screen, you'll see Crazy for Bargains. And actually, as a little bit of a bonus, we also rank for the search term here, pajama affiliate programs, which is obviously what our client sells. We also rank on our page for that program as well. So anytime that you are creating one of these pages, or if you're an OPM, I see some OPMs on the list here. If you're an OPM, create something that has the keywords for which affiliates are looking for. Obviously, they're people too. They use search engines just like everybody else does. So they're going to be looking for specific programs, and natural search is definitely one of the ways that you're going to find them. Okay, so speaking of that page, hopefully you guys are on the retargeting slide. If not, it should come up here momentarily. So speaking of the affiliate program page on the site, I would highly encourage you to cookie that page and retarget the affiliates that visit that page. Obviously, if they went there, they're interested in joining your program in some aspect. So I would keep them top of mind, keep your program top of mind with the affiliates by retargeting them with banners about your program. This is very inexpensive to do. The CPM rates on retargeting can be as low as $1 to $3. So just to translate, that's 1,000 impressions of one of these banners for $3 or less. One thing I would warn you, obviously don't bombard the affiliates. Again, you don't want to get too spammy. Set the frequency to be minimal. The farther out, the better, I would say. Maybe once a week would be the most that I would retarget them with. Okay, so along the same lines as natural search recruitment is the paid search recruitment. So obviously you can't rank for everything, right? So you want to be able to reach those affiliates. And again, they are looking for affiliate programs. What's funny here is these paid search programs here that you see, the Pajama program, Constant Contact, they really, while they're a little bit relevant, each one is picking up on different keywords within this search, whereas Pajama program is picking up on pajama, and Constant Contact is picking up on the word affiliate. Only ours is really a what the person here is searching for. So the Pajama affiliate program on the right-hand side, that is a paid search link. For all of our clients, we have a paid search budget for which we use to recruit for them. And by the way, I use Google here a lot, but obviously you want to do the same thing for Bing and Yahoo as well. Okay, the next form would be Facebook targeting. And this one is a little bit more broad, and it's a little bit more difficult to only get in front of affiliates here. However, you can do other types of targeting that makes things better. So if you target users that are connected to a specific page that is relevant to you or relevant to your program, and they have the word affiliate on their page, under a likes or an interest, that would probably be your best bet to get in front of your target audience there. Okay, next I have Snail Mail, and what I really like about this, and actually, if, I don't know if everybody here has been to all the affiliate summits of late, but so many of us get stuck in the mindset of being online and email and just digital only. Now, I get it. That's the easiest way to track success for the program, and you know, we're so used to it because we're all online marketers, right? But we can't forget about the alternatives. You know, one of the things that we believe here is that when the world zigs, we'll zag, right? We'll do something different to kind of stand out from the rest. So do try to keep a list of affiliate addresses if you have them, and send them something in the mail, whether it be a postcard or a letter, or I brought up Affiliate Summit a couple of years back, sent out a bouncy ball, as you can see here on the slide, to all of the Affiliate Summit attendees, and it really stuck out. I mean, it had no choice to stand out. Along these same lines, I would really encourage you to send samples of whatever it is that you are representing to your affiliates, and then follow up after that with a phone call saying, hey, did you receive the sample that we sent? We think it's really relevant to your site, and we think that it could be really powerful with you representing us. A lot of times that works very, very well. All right. So one of the things I did want to say, just really, really quick before I moved on the Snail Mail one, just going back a slide here for a second in your minds. If you are an exhibitor at Affiliate Summit, one of the things that is available to you is a list of all attendees and their physical addresses if they have opted in to receive promotional things. You will receive their physical address on that list. Now again, I talked to Missy about this, and she wanted me to make sure I said that that is only available to exhibitors, and also it is not an email list, but it is a physical address list. So that is an opportunity for you to obtain their physical address and send something to a relevant audience via Affiliate Summit if you are an exhibitor. Okay, so the next thing we have is major affiliate forums, and I've listed the 4 here for you. Those are the biggest ones that we found. I will say to please be careful with whip fire. If you are at work, I would not access that forum at work or at home around children or anybody that could get offended. So
they have a unique type of currency there.
so, but however, it is a very valuable forum, especially for lead-based programs. There's a lot of lead-based people there that can be very lucrative for you. So again, just be careful with that one. Now, the other two above it, ABET and Affiliate Summit Forum, are both terrific. I highly encourage you from both a communications and a recruiting aspect to have forums there. I'm sure if you went to their site, you could find exactly where to find those things. But you could get some good affiliates from there. Now, I'm going to move on here to some do's and don'ts here. And as you can tell, I really don't read from slides, but I do want to point out some things on this one. So one of the things that you definitely want to do is offer assistance to general questions, not just to those associated with your program. So for example, just visit the boards, even if it's once a day for an hour. Go there, find a question that you know the answer to. Don't have it be related to your program. Just go and be helpful. You'll develop a name for yourself of being a helpful person, and people will start to seek you out. So, and it's a way to get your post count up. Now, it's very important, very important. I'm going to jump down to one of the don'ts here. Don't spam the boards with posts. Don't go in there and say things like, great idea, or wow, that's terrific. You know, things that aren't very helpful. You'll get flagged for spam because it is being spam. So you definitely don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you're answering legitimate questions and giving just answers with some sort of substance to them. So again, you want to establish a forum for affiliate communication. Now, here's just a tip that we use. You want to spread out throughout the day when you post things on the forums. You don't want to, especially if you're an OPM like us. Again, OPM being an outsourced program manager, basically we manage other people's affiliate programs. So you can get into the habit of doing one post right after the other, and you're really limiting the audience to whoever is on that forum at that time. You really should spread them out. Some affiliates work, you know, early in the morning. Some affiliates work late at night. Some are overseas, and so they're working a whole different schedule. So you definitely want to make sure that you spread that out to get the most exposure as you can. And then also take a look within each forum, and find where their new program announcements are. You'll definitely want to announce there if you have new programs, because there are specific affiliates that continue to look there. Okay, and the last do that I have here is have a clear and concise signature. You don't want to have a 40-line signature that's difficult to read. It comes across as spammy. People may complain about it. You could get removed until you replace that signature. And definitely under the don'ts, don't put in a manual signature before you're allowed to have an official one.
Well, one more thing also to add on the affiliate forums, they also have some paid advertisement opportunities available. You could purchase actual banners on there, and also I think on ABIS Web you could offer an affiliate commission increase or special type of offer as the deal of the week, and get some pretty good exposure there on the homepage. I personally ran some for some of our clients and got some pretty good signups through that. Just make sure that it's attractive, and also you can purchase some newsletters to be sent out to all the forum members. In my experience with that, I haven't had too great of a response rate, but that is available.
Yeah, that's a really good point, John. Especially with the newsletter blast. I know ABIS Web sends out one to their 60,000 plus members, so that's definitely a good resource to use. Okay, and I do want to remind everybody, go ahead and submit those questions now, so that we can get to them at the end of the webinar. Moving on, you should see in front of you the Twitter recruitment slide. Here's one that we kind of came across that I thought was really interesting. So this is using a program called TweetDeck. If you are familiar with it, you know what I'm talking about. If not, it's just a downloadable app. It is a desktop app that you have on your computer, but it accesses the Twitter API, and you can conduct searches using that app for specific search terms. So in this instance, I did a search for shareasale.com. ShareAsale, for those of you that don't know, is an affiliate network similar to Commission Junction, LinkShare, and Google Affiliate Network. So I did a search for shareasale.com and the keyword of football. And what comes up is what you see here. And so you see the first one here, this J. Scott Images via tweet text. Here's a guy who's talking about Hawkeyes, the Iowa Hawkeyes, obviously, and things to order for Christmas. Now, if you click through on that shortened link, the t.co, it actually redirects to ShareAsale. So TweetDeck does search the redirects to find the URLs to which they are going to, and it also puts in the keyword that you put in there. So this would be a very relevant, what's really relevant here is that you know that they're an affiliate and you know the vertical in which they are promoting. So it makes it easier to approach them and let them know that you want to work with them.
Yeah, and also, just a quick side note, but besides from recruitment, Twitter could also be used as a way to look at people talking about your affiliate program. For example, when I was managing the Football Fanatics program, I used to always have TweetDeck up, and with the keyword Football Fanatics affiliate program constantly being searched for. Somebody actually had a complaint. Turned out to be a slight misunderstanding, but I would have never found that if I did not have that up. So I reached out to him via Twitter and ended up fixing the problem, and he turned out to be one of our best affiliates. And so I'll definitely use that resource.
Great. Okay, so moving on, trade shows and conferences. I've listed here 4 that we like to attend and that we've found success at. As I'm sure any of you that have done recruitment before, you know that there's nothing like face-to-face recruitment, and there is no venue that offers the opportunity for recruitment like trade shows and conferences. We recommend setting up appointments to meet with the affiliates well in advance. If you have via email, if you have a booth, have affiliates meet there. If not, it's really important to determine a location prior to meeting up. So before you even send out that email to say, hey, are you going to be at Affiliate Summit? Are you going to be at PubCon? If so, let's meet up and let's meet here. That way, there's no question. It takes that out of the area of doubt. Now, sometimes that's a little bit difficult. So generally, we encourage you to have a booth where you can have somebody meet. If not, call ahead to the hotel and find out where you can meet, and have affiliates meet you there. Again, we've encountered that. It's way easier if you had that. Out of the shows, obviously for affiliates, the show that we found the most productive is Affiliate Summit, of course. I know that they're holding this webinar, but I don't think anybody's going to disagree with us there in terms of how important Affiliate Summit is. All right. All right, moving on to cross-program recruitment. Now, this one is a little bit tricky, so I would encourage you to tread lightly here, because it doesn't always go over as you want. So you got to really be careful with this one as it approaches the irrelevant irritation diagonal, as I like to call it. In other words, affiliates don't want to be bothered with programs that are not relevant to them. So you really have to make sure that the program is similar but not competitive to yours. You may want to approach them afterwards about doing a cross promotion. So the example I use here is both of our clients, crazyforbargains.com and Working Person Store. They both sell clothes, right? But they're 2 entirely different types of clothes. So we have a little inherent advantage because we run multiple programs, obviously, and we're able to recruit across all of them. And we're able to identify affiliates that are in Crazy for Bargains that would work for Working Person and vice versa. Now, some of you on the call are not OPMs like us and are running individual programs. And to be able to do this, you would have to reach out to somebody that has a similar program to yours. And again, Affiliate Summit would be a good venue to do something like that. Now, you do want to make sure that they have a program of similar size, and you also most likely do not want to run the promotion through the network. Most of the time, even if both programs are within the same network, that's not generally allowed. So just a quick heads up on that. All right, so also there's meetups. Personally, this is one of my favorites. I think it's they're very similar to trade shows, but they're definitely smaller and more intimate. Affiliate Summit hosts these across the U.S. I put the link to it on the site here, and you can see some examples of some that are being held. If you don't find one, that's great. You can host one. I think actually Mary is the person in charge of that. If not, send me an email. Our emails are at the end of this presentation, and I'll get you to the right person.
I am the person in charge of that. Thank you very much.
Summit meetups only.
Thank you for that plug.
you didn't even know. You didn't even know I was doing this, did you, Mary?
I did not, but that's awesome. We are always looking for more meetups around the country, so if anybody is interested, please contact me. You can reply to the email I send out after this webinar.
I think one of the best things about the meetups is that you really get a view of every single aspect of affiliate marketing. You have affiliates there, you have merchants there, and then you have some people just starting out or some people that maybe participate in other forms of online marketing that are just trying to research it, but then you get their views of everything. So definitely would suggest either starting or going out to one in your local area.
Yep, it's great. And so where I was on that was, and don't just stop at meetups. Find other internet marketing related meetups in the area, and you can introduce people to affiliate marketing. Now, obviously there's only so many nights in the week, so it's difficult to attend all of them, but we've found some great success in attending these. Now, again, it's not a success on a mass scale, but it is individual successes, and anybody who's run a successful affiliate program will tell you that there are a few affiliates that can make or break any program. All right. All right, the next step is the affiliate directories. Again, this is kind of similar to the SEO slide that we talked about a little bit earlier, but you want to get your program out there everywhere. And affiliate directories are great because they tend to rank very well in search engines. And again, it's a backlink potentially, if Google counts it, towards your affiliate program page on your site. So part of our standard process for every single client that we get is we will add all of our clients to all the affiliate directories we find. This is really easy for you to find. Just go to Google, type in affiliate directories, and a bunch of them pop up there. So really, really important for you guys to get your programs listed there.
So some of those do require you to pay, but I would say there's about 5 or 6 really good ones that are free of charge. Also, some of the directories allow affiliates to rate your program, which of course could be a good thing or a bad thing, but obviously if you have a good support there, you're going to get a good ranking.
Great. The next way to recruit is 2-tier programs. Now, I would say that these rarely work on a broad scale. Uh-oh, computer time. Yeah, these rarely work on a broad scale. They don't really want to recruit competition. Further, if affiliates are going to feel that if you can pay out a 2-tier, they'd rather you just pay them the commission that you've set aside for that second tier. However, now they can work on a private basis. So, for example, I just talked about directories. If you found someone who talked a lot about affiliate programs and ranked well for the types of affiliates that you're trying to recruit, you could probably work out a private relationship with that person. I wouldn't have a wide open 2-tier program. Now, the ones that do work well is if you have a lead program. I've also seen it work well with satellite television. Not sure why it works so well with satellite television, but apparently it does. So if you have that type of program, I'd recommend it. All right. Next one is the within network recruitment. Now there's a lot that can kind of go on here. So most of you that are listening have programs on a large network such as Commission Junction, ShareSale, LinkShare, Google Affiliate Network, or others. Each of these offers some version of recruiting within the network. CJ, for example, allows you to purchase email blasts on a per affiliate basis, targeted to affiliates within a certain category. ShareSale, on the other hand, is the example that you see in front of you today. They don't offer an emailing service, but you can purchase banners in lucrative places such as the dashboard and merchant search pages. So this is the one that we actually saw, that you'll actually see if you log in to ShareSale, and Booster Bath is one of our clients, as you can see here.
Hey guys, just before we get into the next section, just want to let you know, if you are sharing this on Twitter, please use the hashtag that you see on the bottom right-hand corner, which is #Recruitment.
All right, so that's going to take us into, sorry guys, this was kind of just a optimization technique for your affiliate recruitment. Now, the synergy of this goes all the way across, right? Obviously, you want to offer affiliates tools so that they can better do your program, but it's also a recruiting tool. If you're listed on Golden Can, if you get your program listed on Golden Can, they will send out an email alerting all of their users that they've added you. Also, when people are searching on those tools to find products or find out who to promote, we're going to find you there. And obviously, Think Tank is not a major affiliate tool that must have been left over from a previous slide, but you can think of it as a tool. It's a good venue to go to. And if you guys don't know what Think Tank is, it's a conference held by ShareSale. Generally, they have it in different locations. It's a terrific conference as well. I believe they just opened up to the public. Previously, they were invite only, and now they're, I believe, if they continue to do what they did last year, it was open to everybody. All right, so this brings us to our tool, and just to give you a little bit of history onto where this came from. Basically, this is what we used internally at affiliatemanager.com to recruit affiliates. And we're sitting there one day and we're like, well, why don't we open this up? Why don't we let others into the power that we have? And while it is a competitive advantage, there are still things that we can do that others can't, and there's still relationships that we have that others don't. So we thought it best to open this up and access to it. Obviously, there is a charge for it, but just so you guys can see exactly what it does. Now, it does allow you to automate your recruitment. So basically, some of the key benefits are listed here. You can recruit from anywhere. So if your program's on ShareSale, you can target affiliates on Commission Junction. And along those lines, if you have a competitor that's on a different network, you can specifically target their affiliates by putting in their program and putting in the network that they are on. So obviously, you're going to be going after those specific affiliates. It streamlines your prospecting efforts in that it does all the work for you, gets all the contact information, right? And lastly, it puts it all into one spot, so you can organize exactly what it is that the affiliates that you're trying to go after. So how does it work? You choose a keyword relevant to the products that you promote. So if you are looking for pajama affiliates, you would do one of two things. You could say, I know that there's a competitive program called Pajamas R Us. I don't even know if that exists, but I'm just making that up. So you would put in pajamasrus.com, and then you would choose the network that they're on. Let's say that they're on LinkShare, so we would choose LinkShare. And then you would hit submit, and our tool would actually go out and find those affiliates for you. Anybody that has those two criteria that are met, bring them back, get contact information, and provide that back to you. And then, of course, at your convenience, you can contact the prospects in the document that we provide you. All right, so that actually concludes what we have. I'm going to take a brief brief break here for a second just to look and see what questions we have. All right, so it looks like we just have one question, and John, you can chime in on this one here too if you like. But it's, where do you pick up major publishers, and how do you screen them to know that they will be profitable partners? So I would say, all of the techniques that we just described will get you, will cast a really wide net. That's going to get you the biggest possibility of finding those particular affiliates. But also our tool, again, the way it goes out and finds who we feel like is going to be it goes out and finds who we feel like is going to be the best affiliate for that program, and actually gives us a list. And internally, we actually get ranked by how large the site is. So it allows us to go after that specific affiliate. Now, as far as seeing if they're profitable or not, that's really up to you. It's really up to you to make sure that your program is competitive. Now, competitive doesn't necessarily mean that you have a higher commission than your competitors, but it does mean that your net your net EPC is going to be higher than that of your competitors. And in other words, you may have half the commission, but you convert 4 times as well. And if that's the case, then your affiliates will make twice as much with you, right? So all those things go hand in hand, and you definitely want to make sure that you have a reason of why your affiliates will choose you.
Yeah, I think everything goes back to relevancy, making sure that the content on the affiliate site is relevant to your products. If they're sending relevant traffic over that is interested in learning more about a particular type of product or particular set of information, then you're going to convert better. Obviously, don't try to fix what's not broken. If somebody is promoting your competitor, then most likely they are doing pretty well. They're willing to take up their ad space on their site in order to promote that competitor. So you could place a good bet on them converting pretty well and earning significant revenue from that ad. Don't approach them and say, take down what you're currently doing and replace them with us. I would always take their approach of asking them to run a test to where they place your ad beside your competitor's ad, and then see which one converts better. At the end of the day, they're going to promote what earns them more. So I'll definitely take that approach and focus on competitive affiliates, because that has shown in the past to convert very well for us.
All right, so we have another question here from a competitor / friend of ours, and she'll know what I'm talking about when I say it. What do you use for the retargeting ads for affiliates? So there's a couple that you can use. Google AdWords actually has one within their system that you can use there. Or we've also used a company named AdRoll. You could try that as well. Both of those have worked well for us. So that's up to you. And the next question I have is, do you use incentives to attract signups, and what has been successful? So I'll take the first crack at that. I actually personally do not believe that those $5 bonuses do anything other than bring very small or non-relevant affiliates in. So I'm not a fan of those. We don't run any of those for our programs. Again, as I said before, it's the large affiliates that make or break your program. So you definitely want to go after them. And what really goes after them, they're very money driven, because this is their business, this is their livelihood. So what you have to go in with, the incentive that you need to come up with, is the reason why they need to give your program a try. So again, I don't think that there's much incentive that I would do to sign up somebody. However, to grow affiliates, if you have major affiliates within your program already, I would say that there's definitely things that you can do to incentivize them to generate more sales. Now that's where I would encourage you to use bonuses.
I would definitely agree with that.
Right. I think we have bigger questions in now, guys. I think we have one more here so far, and we'll see if there's any after that. What kind of budget do you recommend for additional advertising?
Mike, I can't hear you at all.
Oh, at all, huh?
You were, well, I mean, you were like way back in the tunnel.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay. Let me do this here. All right. What kind of budget?
Nope, you went away. You should try talking into John's microphone.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of budget do you recommend for additional advertising / recruiting costs, i.e. retargeting, ads, ad placements on networks, paid placement in the search engines, etc.? So in other words, for those supplementary recruiting efforts, what type of budget do you recommend? That really depends on the advertiser. So you know, if it's Groupon, right, it's going to be significant. If it's you know, Crazy for Bargains, that's a lot smaller. So if you're familiar with paid search or the retargeting and so on, you can really, so the retargeting, it should be more than $100 to $200 a month. It's regardless of the size of your program. That's not going to be a lot, but it's very effective. Now the paid search budget, again, now that's where it's going to depend. If you want to cast a wider net and go after terms like affiliate program or kids affiliate program, so instead of pajama, say kids affiliate program, your budget could absolutely be unlimited. But of course, you've got to be profitable. So you've just got to find a sweet spot that you feel comfortable with and go from there. All right, I think that is all the questions that we have. Oh, wait, one just came in. All right, it's how do you find affiliates for countries that don't usually work with affiliate marketing? Did you guys hear that question okay? Yep, okay. So our tool allows us to do that. So I don't know how you guys would do that. Just our tool, again, it goes out and we can enter in any search term we want. So we can go and get people from the UK if we wanted to, or France or wherever. So I know that that's one way. However, you can go to like Google France and try to do it that way. But you'd have to have somebody that was able to speak in that language. I know John has some suggestions on this as well, because I know he runs a program that goes international.
Yeah, well, also you can use Quantcast. They give you some pretty good information there. Now, I think the question was, how do we talk to affiliates that aren't familiar with affiliate marketing? So I actually have a lot of experience there, and it's basically hit or miss. So you're going to reach out to these people. You're going to get hold of, hopefully, somebody that is in charge of, you know, creating new revenue streams. But most likely, you're going to get in touch with the actual person who's in charge of selling ads on their site, because that's all they're familiar with. So then you have to go to the pitch of why, and you know, a rev share program has more potential than the normal CPM type of advertisement that they're used to selling. Spent a lot of time on it. Probably not recommend it, but the ones that you do actually convince to get on board can be extremely profitable. The problem is convincing them as such.
Okay, and then we did get another question in, and it's, do you evaluate the affiliates traffic before contacting them? And the answer is yes. Obviously, there's only so many hours in a day, and we do run multiple programs, so we have to be very efficient on the affiliates that we're trying to recruit into the program. Generally, we'll take a look at things like their page rank and their Alexa rating. Now, again, those two aren't the end-alls, but they are important factors into how we determine whether or not we're going to go after somebody or not. So it is absolutely helpful to go after that. There is a useful tool, I believe it's called SEO Book. Again, our tool does that for us, so we don't need to do that. But for you guys out there that don't have access to it, SEO Book is a plugin for Firefox that seems to be pretty helpful in getting that information.
And again, I'll go back to the whole competitor thing. I want to be listed everywhere my competitors are listed, and anywhere they're not. So it's basically, if you see somebody promoting a similar type of product line, make sure that you reach out to them because it's likely worth at least the time you're going to invest there.
Okay, and the next question we have is, and John, you probably have more experiences than I do. How do you recruit affiliates with traffic outside of the U.S. or Europe?
So basically, in order to do that, obviously you have to utilize some of the international search engines. You then go and prospect through there. I actually use our tool, so affiliaterecruitment.com allows me to quickly search for those affiliates. We're actually adding in several international networks that's going to allow us to target some of these affiliates outside of the U.S. But basically, I've been actually doing a lot of recruitment for an international client lately, and the way that I sort of find them is I just do searches for travel-related things, and then it basically gives me a good queries as far as if I'm running searches on Google. And then, of course, if I just do some searches for the normal keywords on their actual search engine, the international search engines.
All right, next question is, how do you answer affiliates who say they typically don't promote products they haven't tried, but your product would take considerable time to try, is rather expensive, and can have a long sales cycle? Sounds like they're having a heck of a time promoting that product. I would say, you got to be fair. So if you know that it's a long sales cycle, you make sure that you have a long cookie during, right? Affiliates, they are some of the smartest people you will ever meet. You've got to have all your ducks in a row when you're talking to them. You also got to make sure that the risk on both sides is fair. The reason why so many of us really enjoy affiliate marketing is because affiliates are so smart, they can take on more of the risk than we can, right? As retailers and advertisers. They're just some of the most brilliant people you'll ever meet, right? So the risk is kind of shifted in their world, right? Now, when you're talking about expensive products with long sales cycles that are difficult to promote, something's got to give, right? You can't expect them to just take that, run with it with a smile on their face. So a lot of times what we'll have to do is negotiate with the advertiser. Again, remember, we're a management agency, so we'll go back to our client and say, hey, we need to guarantee this affiliate something. Now, here's their rate card. If you look on the advertise section on the affiliate's website, they want a $10 CPM, right? So we'll go back to them and say, hey, we'll pay you a $5 CPM, right? We'll take half off, or commissions, whichever is higher. Just try us out. So I would encourage you to request a budget like that, approach affiliates like that. That way the shift ratio, the risk ratio shifts back into its normal status, and you'll have more success.
And I would definitely suggest to focus on content sites with a program like that because, paid search affiliates, they sort of need that instant payment to justify their budget costs. So definitely focus on content sites for those type of programs.
Yep, and speaking of paid search affiliates, again, just to show that you know what you're talking about, if you know that there's a good paid search affiliate, approach them with the most that you can pay commission-wise. Don't go there and saying, oh, it's going to be 10%, but if you can produce this much volume, it's going to be 15%. If you know anything about paid search affiliates, you know that they're going to plug it in, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So do yourself a favor and get a good paid search affiliate by approaching with as much as you can. That's just a best practice when it comes to that. All right. Looks like we have no more questions. Great questions, everybody. Thank you so much for your time. We're going to leave you here with the contact info that we have here. If you're interested in either our services or affiliaterecruitment.com, please feel free to send us an email, or if you just have a question, go ahead and let us know. Again, as Mary said, this is going to be available for you to download. I believe she's going to be sending out an email when it is ready. And again, if you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.